Hey, if you're going out to eat this weekend, there is a better chance than ever the food you eat will have come from local farms. The local food movement is growing slowly, with restaurants in the Finger Lakes and rural areas still a little more likely to feature food from nearby producers. But as 13 WHAM's Dawson tells us tonight, local food is gaining support in the city as well.
This cow in Lima will soon be on this plate in Rochester. And the owners of Lento restaurant in Village Gate don't just list the food as local. The Lento menu lists the exact mileage to each individual farm that provides the meat and produce. 31 miles exactly to Seven Bridges, for example.
If you go to major cities, New York, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., you know, the real hardcore dining cities, every major restaurant list their farm. You can't be a major restaurant without listing the farms where your food came from.
Rochester is slowly trending in that direction, but using and highlighting local food is not an easy choice. Lento pays as much as 40% more for beef and often twice as much for produce. But that might actually be good for business in the long run for one important reason.
Local, sustainably raised food tastes better.
Today, the local food movement even spread to corporate giant Walmart. Sort of. Walmart will work with 4 Western New York farms and label local food with green seals. Farms like Seven Bridges have an open door for customers to see how the animals are treated.
We want them to be happy cows. We want them to be healthy cows.
And now that more local farms are working with more local stores and restaurants, their long-term success is much more intimately tied.
The restaurant business is a hard business, but the farming business, I'm finding, is an extremely hard business. And kudos to those farmers for what they do. I don't know how they do it.
Now, Lento has been open for just over 2 years. The owners tell us they're not thriving, but they're not struggling either. They're getting by. And if you wonder how they get local produce in the winter, they say sometimes they have to bring in some produce from outside the area, but they also work with some farms that have greenhouses, and they do the best they can using whatever is local at the time, as they do all year round. Now, some of the supporters of the local food movement say if they can survive in these rough economic times, then they do expect Rochester to have a lot of local food for years to come. Reporting live, Evan Dawson, 13 WHAM News.
Hey, thank you, Evan.